One is cyber landscape in India, and second, how Trellix using AI help to build a platform. So, so when you look at the current cyber threats that is in India, I think the morning people spoke about the cyber threats and cyber warfare that we have, and especially during the recent conflict, the Operation Single, right? More than the drones, we saw more than cyber attacks being coming, right? We saw around 1.5 million cyber attacks happening at that time during the Operation Single was happening. So that's the kind of threats that we have on our digital data. And especially when you look at these attacks were on power grids, telecom, finance, and of course government agreements. And two interesting facts that I want to put in with you. Whenever we do the assessment with the organization, right, whenever we identify there is a data breach that has happened, 73% of organizations they were not aware that they were under the breach. They got to know after 3 months or 6 months, like, there was a breach. And why this happened? Because around 57% lack the basic cyber hygiene practice. Just to give you a figure, right? Everybody today we have a modern internet router. How many of us have actually changed the password? Most of the time we use that default password. And one of the attacks which was happened on all the BSNL routers, the hacker just used the default password and he could gain access to all the routers. So these are some of the basic cyber items that we miss in the organization also, and that's where this attacks initiate. And why cyber attacks are rising and why these attacks are rising? One, of course, the rapid digitalization, and I think we had enough session from morning where everyone was talking about that, digitalization. Everything is going on digitalization, and that's the place where the attacks are happening. Second, of course, the attackers also using AI that make their job more easier so that they can leverage this tool and do the attack using AI. Third, the geopolitical tension, which we saw recently when this Operation Single was going on. So that's the one concern. And also the regulatory gaps and the low cyber safety measures that we have. Because of that, the cyber attacks are rising. Now, what are the major threats that we see in India? What are the kind of attacks that we see? I think one is the major is the ransomware. I am sure most of you would be aware of what ransomware does. It encrypts the data. Basically, it becomes unusable for you. And if you want that data, you pay the ransom amount. That's the major threat that we see in the website. The second is the phishing. I'm sure here everyone was sitting, they would have got once upon their lifetime the mail, the Coca-Cola lottery mail, where the cyber website mail says like, if you have won the lottery and to get the prize, please pay this money, right? So phishing attacks are rising. It becomes very easy to find somebody's email ID and send an email with a link so that you can put all the data on that. So that's it. DDoS attack, of course, that's the rise. And the third is the website development, right, which we saw in during the Patil attack also, like, where a lot of websites they actually try to diversify where they try to put their own content. So these are some of the major threats that we are seeing. But what I want to focus on is who are behind us, like, what is that I should be worried about? Today you have a lot of security solutions which can somewhere protect you. You have anti-malware, you have firewall, you have a lot of solutions which can protect you from the basic threats. But today, it's more about a cyber warfare, right? Where the attackers is very focused what you want to achieve. And the APT groups, for people who are not aware of what is APT groups, they are advanced persistent threats. If you have seen this special of season 2, it does mention about the advanced persistent threats. So what these groups are? These are state-sponsored actors where the country sponsor them to do the targeted attacks on different nations. Basically, it's a cyber war where they want to do the attack very specific organization. If they want to attack telco, they know which telco to attack. If they want to attack government, which government to attack. They're very specific. They decide and target only specific group. Unlike the other malwares, their job is to just do a random attack, but they are very specific design. They know what they want to bring. For an example, if they want to attack the defense, they know which defense to attack, what information I want from that attack, and they are very specific about it. If they want to attack banking sector, they know what to attack and what to attack. The first, the Lazarus group is Korean APT group. And one of the recent attacks, what they did, only one of the Indian cryptocurrency was they did an attack on that. And their motive was to take that cryptocurrency money, and it was in the Korean projects. And that was the motive which they did the attack. So if you look at, they're very specific, very targeted, and the Lazarus group is very specific on the banking and finance. They know I need a money, so they are very specific to attack on it. Similarly, APT-41, Chinese sponsored, very specific on healthcare and telco. Now they've also started on the government, but they're very specific on what they want. And its is Pakistan by APT-36 is again sponsored by none other than our own neighboring country, Pakistan. And if you look at it, they are focused on the government and military, right? So what I'm trying to say is, today we have in defense or in already in army, right? We have a threat intel people who gives all the fields, like how the enemies will attack, what are the factors, and which are the areas that we need to cover, right? Which are the border areas that are sensitive, which borders are not sensitive, so they cover that. Similarly, today in the digital world, you need that information to understand, like who is reacting us, when I say as a reactor organization, your sector, and what is the mode of operating and how they can enter this. So that is something a job that Trellix helps us to do that and cover in the coming slides, like how we help you to achieve that. So with Trellix, there are two ways we address that. One is the product that you see all the endpoint, email, cloud, network, product we talk about. We provide that product, and if you need more information, we have anything we can help you about the product. But second, what we do is a threat intel as a service. And one of the things which I want to explain is like this one global takedown of Genesis Marketplace. Anybody aware about Genesis Marketplace? So Genesis Marketplace is nothing but the dark web, or you can say Amazon of dark web. If somebody wants to buy 3 Indian credit card, they can go to Genesis. They could go to Genesis. Genesis is no. They could go to Genesis, purchase, and then do the fraud. Although everyone cannot log in there, you need a invite through which you have to log in. That was the Genesis. What Trellix is, the legal enforcement gave Trellix, like this is the malware, this is the script cycle we have. Please analyze and help us. So what Trellix did, Trellix analyzed those samples, understood the pattern through which they are operating, understood the way they are entering, and we gave back information about how Genesis is operating. And if you want to catch them, this is the way you can go and catch. And with the help of multiple legal entities and multiple police and governments were involved, through which we could give them the exact location where the Genesis people are sitting. Similar like special operations where they identified who's the actor, where is location. Same thing we provided to the law enforcement, and they were able to bring down the Genesis Marketplace and fought the criminals. They were fought the criminals also. So that is something, the information that we provided. That's where the Trellix stands. And apart from the regular product, this is what we help customers, especially to government and legal entities, to help you address that. And what that helps you, like what is that technical service can help me? One is we help you to enhance your detection capabilities. Like today, what you have, is it designed enough to detect threats like a equity group? Answer is yes or no. and we provide the information around that. And then we provide proactive threat intelligence. As I mentioned, like in the defense, we have IT, we have law, we have so many other agencies who provide threat intelligence. Like we provide threat intelligence against this cyber threat criminals. And we offer a tailored security solution. It's not like where you have a defined solution where you do. It varies from customer to customer, vertical to vertical, and we provide those solutions there. Now, of course, at the end, it helps you to improve your security posture. So this is about Trellix. Just wanted to give that people who may not know about Trellix. Trellix is earlier, if you heard about Patil or FireEye, it's the merger of the entities, and that's where we found Trellix. In India, we have 2,000 plus employees operating. We have R&D center here, we have tax center here, technical support center here, and we spread across sales office across Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. And those are the other details about Trellix, how do we present in the global. With that, these are a few of the valued customers that we serve in India. Just name some of the logos that we have published. But beyond that, a lot of customers who are using Trellix one or other forms. With that, these are the people we are here, myself, 𝐄𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨 and 𝐵𝐺𝑒𝑚. You can reach out to us if you have any further questions or information. Thank you so much.